I had a few thoughts that I didn't add before, which is, well, here, let's take a look at this guy. And, just let's go over some of the things very briefly. And I'm just gonna go down the list. So, the Hyrule Warriors thing, I'm not really okay. I have to clarify. When I saw Medley, I like rolled my eyes and I was like, they're scraping the bottom of the barrel. I should clarify. I like Medley as a character. I like Wind Waker. That's one of my favorite Zelda games, but I just don't see her in a combat position. Like, I'm not really. I wasn't thinking to myself, oh man, you know what would be great? Medley. I guess we kind of are out of Zelda characters. Like, we've really just, we hit on almost all of the Zelda characters. But you know what we need? A 3D version of Link's uncle from Link to the Past. That is what I'm talking about. Or maybe Error. You error rate because of. Error would be interesting. You know, the Wind Waker stuff I love, but I'm just not sure how excited I am about Medley. They're doing a whole new DLC thing for Hyrule Warriors, and you know, that game has taken many hours of my life, and now I find out there's even more stuff. And part of me is like, God damn, you let me finish this other shit first. And then the other part of me is like, well, if it comes to the Wii U version, I might be interested because I just enjoy Hyrule Warriors, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm going to get it yet. All in all, it was expected, and I'm considering getting the DS version so I can unlock the stuff and also take it with me. The Mario Maker updates were very, very good. I was very happy about that. The reason I'm not so hyped about Paper Mario Color Splash is because it looked a little bit bland, but also it looks like the sticker mechanic from Sticker Star is back, and I know people are complaining about that, so not all that amazing. Twilight Princess HD, we'll find out tomorrow if that's any good. Star Fox looked great. I have to say, I was really excited about Star Fox. I thought the trailer looked good, and I'm really hyped for it. Kirby looked great. Again, you're not getting a whole lot of innovation with Kirby, but you are getting some really, really good 2D platforming, and I love Triple Deluxe. That was one of my favorite 3DS streams that I've done, because it was just so chill. It was relaxing. It was fun. The stream loved it. All the transformations and levels were really cool. So I'm excited for the new one. I know it's not gonna like change my life or anything, but it's, you know, it's Kirby. Metroid Prime Federation Force. Let me touch on that because I didn't while we were doing the direct. I feel like it has potential to be an okay game. The developers behind it are good, and for that reason, I'm willing to give it a shot. I think the reason the reactions are so strong is because I actually like cringed a little bit when I saw Samus in Chibi style, and then the other characters like with the big heads. That's just not Metroid, man. Metroid for me has always been this dark kind of, you know, more grown up series, or at least to the point where, you know, there's a believability to Metroid that isn't in some other Nintendo games. And I'm not trying to get like elitist about what Metroid should be. I know what it shouldn't be, and that's Other M. But I really don't think that this should be a Metroid title, because there's been no Metroid title since the pre-mentioned Other M, and, you know, people didn't really care for it. So we were hoping for something a little bit better than just this. That said, it looks like Metroid Prime, and if it has gameplay similar to Metroid Prime, I'm okay with that because I like the way Metroid Prime plays, and it's kind of like a Destiny kind of feel to it, where, you know, you can cooperate, you take down enemies, and you just kind of earn new abilities and stuff. I like that. If it was any other game name, if it was like Spacemen Hunt Cockmen, if it was Spacemen Hunt Cockmen, I would have been like, yeah, I'll play that. That looks good. I'm actually happy that the 3DS is getting a game like this because I like games like this. But unfortunately, it's Metroid, and you know, it's kind of telling that they, you know, really wanted to explain what the game was during the Nintendo Direct because they had They had like some kind of like Bill Trinan put his serious face on, and the director was like, "Listen, here's what the game is. Okay, it's not what you think. I promise, it's good. It's definitely Metroid." And then they had a voiceover, which was the damage control trailer, as I call it. When Samus Aran did the things in the Metroid. Okay, Samus. That's right. I'm talking about Samus. This is where her story leaves off. And it's like, okay, you could say that. Samus is a big part of Metroid, but I'd be willing to step outside the realm of Metroid and you know, without Samus in it. I'd be willing to step outside into a different kind of view of Metroid. This is coming from Metroid is probably, you know, on a whole, my favorite game series. Because, you know, I love Zelda, I love Mario, love Half-Life, I love Chrono. There's only 2 games, but you know, Metroid, just there's something about it that I love, and there's been so many good games in the series, and you know, I'm willing to go through a Metroid game without Samus. I'm even willing to do this cooperative shit, but the graphic style with the big heads and the deformed bodies and stuff, like, that's just not appealing to me as a Metroid fan. It doesn't fit well with the Metroid universe. That's one, and that's only a visual thing, so that's a minor complaint. I'm just trying to kind of, this is why I think the game had negative reaction. This is my feelings personally. Everyone has their own reasons. But 2, I feel like the fact that we haven't received a Metroid game in so long, and this is what we get, I think that's the main reason why it got such a negative feedback. Not that it looks like a turd. I'm sure it's going to be good, gameplay-wise. I'm sure it will control well. I'm sure there's fun to be had. But I'm also not so sure that it's going to please the Metroid fans for what they really want. If there was a Wii U Metroid game that was announced that looked awesome, starring Samus, and then they released this like as a side game, then I'm sure people would have been fine. They would have been like, I'm not sure about the art style, but it wouldn't have like a 90% dislike ratio on YouTube. Speaking of, the video of Metroid Prime Federation Force on YouTube from today's Direct, the comments are disabled. Oh wait, no. The comments are abled, but the ratings, the thumbs up and down, that's disabled. So they know what's going on. Nintendo is well aware of the feedback and the backlash. So, you know, I wish them luck. I hope it goes well. I would like a game like that on the DS to not suck. But, you know, come on, Nintendo. And again, just to kind of, I'm not interested in the Mario Olympics. Mario Olympics. That's Luigi's Olympics, of course. The Splatoon updates, it's nice to know Splatoon's going to get a few more tweaks and balances. That's cool. Mini Mario DLC nonsense, no thanks. I'm not really interested in that, but some people would be. SNES games on the 3DS, cool. Good to see. And, you know, everything else is kind of either not interesting to me or I don't have games in the series. So I'm only speaking on the stuff that I saw today. As I said earlier, if you missed it, the Nintendo, because a lot of people have been asking me if, you know, I saw the Direct. I'll just say it one more time. I thought it was a 5 out of 10, or maybe a 6 out of 10 at best. It wasn't a bad Direct. There was some good information. I loved the Monster Hunter trailer. Star Fox looks so good. I'm getting really excited for it because it's bringing me back to Star Fox 64 days. And, you know, Kirby looked great. So there's some good things, you know, and it's like, it's better to get a Direct than not to get a Direct, I feel. So yeah, I'm mildly excited for a few things. You know, my expectations were kind of tempered, and hopefully at E3 we'll get what we want, which is we'll get another look at Zelda, the mobile stuff, and also the NX. So that's just my thoughts. Oh, the horse game. You know, Pocket Jockeys, it sounds like, Pocket Jockey sounds like something you do to your penis. I gotta be honest. So the fact that it's called Pocket Card Jockey, that's just great. Good job on that. I don't even know what that game is. It's solitaire with horses. Good job. But Pocket Jockey, you almost had an innuendo with that one. But they were like, nah, we're gonna change it. We're just gonna make sure that it doesn't sound too much like masturbation. So, Pocket Card Jockey. Good. Good job. I'm surprised that game was actually a highlight of the Direct. It's like, do we not have a whole lot else to show anyone? A solitaire game with horses? Really? But, you know, you can fit a lot in 45, 41 minutes. And yes, I did just say Nintendoendo. And I'm not always proud of myself.